from the Lord's Word today is what might be called the story of the very first marriage. This story comes right after the Lord has planted the Garden of Eden. And we read, Jehovah God took the man and laid him in the Garden of Eden to serve it and to keep it. And Jehovah God commanded the man, saying, From every tree of the garden eating you may eat, but from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat from it. For in the day you eat of it, dying you will die. And Jehovah God said, It is not good for man to be alone. I will make for him a help corresponding to him. The Lord says He'll make for the man a help who matches him, a perfect companion for him. And Jehovah God formed from the ground every animal of the field and every flying thing of the heavens, and He brought each to the man to see what he would call it. And whatever the man called each living soul, that was its name. And the man gave names to every beast and to every flying thing and to every animal of the field. But He did not find for man a help corresponding to him. All the animals that the Lord brought to the man were good, but they weren't the perfect companion that the man was looking for. And so the Lord did something else. And Jehovah God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. And He took out one of his ribs and closed the flesh beneath it. And Jehovah God built the rib which He had taken from the man into a woman, and He brought her to the man. And the man said, She, at last, is bone from my bone and flesh from my flesh. She shall be called woman, for from man she was taken. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and cling to his woman, and they shall become one flesh. And the two of them were naked, the man and his woman, and they were not ashamed. So of course the companion, the help corresponding to the man, was woman. That was the companion the Lord made for him. At the end of that reading, it said that the man and his woman were one flesh. Now what could that mean? If you look around and you find a married couple sitting together in this church, maybe your mom or dad or grandparents, there's lots of them here, count how many bodies you see. You get one body or two bodies? Definitely two, right? Definitely your mom and your dad or your grandparents or any married couple don't have one body. That's not what the Lord's talking about. When He talks about one flesh, He has to be talking about something a little deeper, something more spiritual. Really, He's talking about sharing one heart or one love. And now what does that mean? How do you share one love? In the teachings of the new church, there's a book called Married Love that talks about the things the Lord gives to married partners. And one of the things it says that He gives to married partners is a mutual desire of mind and heart to do the other every good. A mutual desire of mind and heart to do the other every good. Mutual means it goes both ways. Each wants that for the other. And then with their whole mind and their whole heart, they just want to make the other person happy. And can you think of a time when something that you did made somebody else really, truly happy? Maybe a time when you gave a really great birthday present, Or a time when you gave someone a hug when they really needed it and you saw that you were able to make them happy. That gives us such joy. And the Lord wants marriages to be places where people find that completely. Both of them, the husband and the wife, just want to do the other every good. And now as you listen to that, you might think, gosh, I don't know if I'm ever going to have that. Some of us might think, some of us who are thinking that most clearly might actually be the married couples in the room. This isn't something that the Lord just creates in us, poof, like that. That's not how it works. This is something that the Lord is leading us towards. It's not like we put on our wedding rings and straight away we're filled with perfect love for the person we married. But the Lord promises to all of us that if we follow Him, He is leading us towards that kind of love. He promises us that if we are willing to follow Him, willing to do what He teaches, He will lead us to find somebody else we can love that much. And we can look around and say, wow, I'm not sure, I don't see the Lord really keeping that promise. You might think, wow, I've made mistakes and I've lost my chance to have that. But that's not true. Can't undo the past, but we can always choose to follow the Lord right now. And right now, He's leading us towards those blessings. Might take us a long time to find our married partner, but the Lord promises that even if we don't find that person in this lifetime, we will find that person in the next lifetime. All of the angels in heaven are married because the Lord wants all of His children to know that blessing. He created us for that. He made us male and female so that we could know what it's like to be joined to a husband or to a wife and feel a mutual desire of mind and heart to do the other every good, to want nothing but to make somebody else happy and to know the joy of that. And that's why the Lord said, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and cling to his woman, and the two shall become one flesh. Amen.